Good morning, children. Today we are going to start with a new topic. So, the name of the topic is Union Territories of India. So, India has 7 territories, and Union territories they are ruled by the central government. So, it is a union government or President of India appoints lieutenant governors to rule the Union territories. We'll see why they are formed Union territories. As per the constitution provisions, during independence, the union territories were not a part of India, or they were too small. So the place or they were very small to make them into a separate state. That's why it was necessary for them to be depending on the union government. So it was necessary that this place should be depending on the union government, and that is why union territories were formed. So, India has total 29 states, out of which 7 are union territories that are part of India and that are ruled directly by the central government or the union, also called as the union government. Now we'll see the name of the 7 union territories. So now we'll see the first one, that is Chandigarh. It is also called the beautiful city, and it is a city in India, and it is a union territory because it is the capital of 2 states, that is Punjab and Haryana. As it is as it is a territory, it does not belong to either state. It does not belong to Punjab state, also to Haryana. And it is well known for its mixed cultural background, and it is a fast development in the field of information technology. And this city, it is very well known for its internationally known for its architecture and also for the urban designs. And this city also has a famous multinational companies established, and it is also emerging as a business development. And it is also said that this city is the cleanest city in India based on a national government study. And Chandigarh, it is located near the foothills of the range of Himalayas in northwest India, and it covers an area of 114 km per square. And Chandigarh also has a humid climate with very hot summers with mild winters and unreliable rainfall, and it is also a tourist place. Now we will see the next union territory, that is Lakshadweep. So Lakshadweep, they are a group of islands in the Arabian Sea. It belongs to India and the capital is Karwati. It covers an area of 11 square miles. The people living there are Malayalam and Mahi people who have been influenced by Arab traders. And Lakshadweep, it is a Muslim region just like the neighboring Maldives. The name Lakshadweep means 100,000 islands in the Malayalam language and also in Sanskrit. So it is a group of some 3 dozen islands scattered over 30,000 square miles of the Arabian Sea of the southwestern coast of India, and the main island in the territory are Minicoy and those in the Amentivi group. And this island lies about 185 miles from that is 300 km from the coast of the state of Kerala. So here human habitations are mostly in the higher eastern side of islands, that is mostly islands are in the middle of the sea. It can be in the ring shape or in a series shape. So here in the island there are abundant of coconut plants. Common trees like banyans can be found in this island, as well as animal life like sharks, octopus, snappers, flying fish are plentiful in the island. So the people living in Lakshadweep, they are migrant. They have come from the Malabar coast of southwest India. And also fishing is also a major occupation of the people in living in Lakshadweep. It is also a tourist place now. Now we will see the next union territory, that is Dadra and Nagar Haveli. So Dadra and Nagar Haveli, it is a union territory of India, and it is an administrative unit that is governed directly by the Indian central government. It is located in western India. It is a border by the Indian states of Gujarat on the north and Maharashtra on the south. So it lies in the border of states of Gujarat on the north and Maharashtra on the south. And it lies only about 24 kilometers from the Arabian Sea and 130 kilometers north of Mumbai. And this territory has area of 491 square kilometers, and it has two sections, Dadra and Nagar Haveli, which together include 70 villages. The capital of Dadra and Nagar Haveli is Silvassa. It also has forest covered, and the territory has hot summers, mild winters, monsoon season, and which brings most of the year's rain. And the people living in this union territory, they are officially classified in India as scheduled tribes. It means the tribal people, and they are called as Adivasi. Here the people speak Gujarati as well as Marathi, and the majority of the territory's population is Hindu. There are also minorities of Muslims and Christians, and the main occupation of this people is farming. The Marathas gave Nagar Haveli to Portuguese, and even after the India got independent, it was still under Portuguese control. Then pro-Indian government was set up there, and it officially became a union territory of India in 1961. Now we will see the next union territory, that is Puducherry. It is also called as Pondicherry. It is officially known as Puducherry. It is the capital and the most populous city of the Indian Union Territory of Puducherry, and the area of 492 km per square, and the city is located in the Puducherry district, and it is surrounded by the state of Tamil Nadu, and where it shares most of its culture and languages. The city of Puducherry is divided into two parts by a canal, and all the main streets running parallel to one another, and it leads to the open roadstead offshore. The port of Puducherry does not have a harbour, it does not have a ships. The official language of Puducherry is Tamil, English and French. And it is also said that it is the third most densely populated of the states and union territories of India. The economy of Puducherry is based on engineering, food processing, chemicals, metals, tourism, textiles, and information technology. Agriculture is also mainstay of Pondicherry's economy. Almost half of the population in Pondicherry, they depend their livelihood on agriculture. Now we'll see the next union territory, that is Delhi. It is officially known as the National Capital Territory of Delhi. It is a city and a union territory of India containing New Delhi, the capital of India. It is bordered by the state of Haryana on three sides and by Uttar Pradesh to the east. Delhi is one of the oldest cities in the world, and it has been continuously inhabited since the 6th century, and through most of its history, Delhi has served as a capital of various kingdoms and empires, mostly notable by Pandavas, the Delhi Sultanate and the Mughal Empire. Now, Delhi, it is the second wealthiest city in India after Mumbai, and Delhi ranks 5th among the Indian states and union territories in human development. Delhi is also famous for the poultry farming, for dairy crops, and also many food crops in the territory. And Delhi is not only the largest commercial center in northern India, but also the largest center of small industries. They are manufacturing a wide variety of items like television, tape recorders, light engineering machines, and automobile parts. Sport goods, bicycles, and PVC goods, including footwear, textiles, fertilizers, medicines, leather goods, software, etc. are also found in New Delhi. So now we will see the next union territory, that is Daman and Diu Union Territory. Daman and Diu is a union territory of India and an administrative unit that is governed directly by the Indian central government. It was part of Portugal's colony for hundreds of years ago. Daman and Diu consists of two widely separated districts bordering the state of Gujarat on India's west coast. Diu includes an island off the coast of Gujarat, and its capital is the town of Daman in the Daman district. The town lies at the point where Daman-Ganga river enters the Arabian Sea. Diu is largely covered by sand, silt and marsh. The Union Territory has warm summers and mild winters. The annual average rainfall received mainly during the monsoon season. The vast majority of the people here are Hindus, and there are some small minorities of Muslims and Christians. The main language here is Gujarati. The agriculture and fishing is the dominant economy here. Before independence, Daman and Diu were remained under Portugal rules for more than 400 years. And finally, Indian force took control of Portugal's, and Daman and Diu became a single union territory. Now we'll see the last one, that is Andaman and Nicobar Islands. So the Andaman and Nicobar Island, it is a union territory of India. These islands are in the Indian Ocean in the southern part of the Bay of Bengal. The capital of this territory is the Andamanese town of Port Blair. It is made of two island groups, the Andaman Islands and the Nicobar Islands, separating the Andaman Sea to the east from the Indian Ocean. The most widely spoken language on the island is Bengali, followed by Hindi, Tamil, Telugu and Malayalam. The original population of Andaman and Nicobar Island, it consists of tribal people. They have been living in the forests and jungles of islands for centuries, and they appear to have lived in the isolation for thousands of years. The Andaman and Nicobar Islands have a tropical rainforest. Also, different type of flora and fauna is found in the Andaman and Nicobar Island. Now see the exercise part. In the exercise part, you have to name the union territories using the given clues. So whatever information I have given, from that you can write down the name of the union territories. Now see the next part. See, now in the second part, you have to identify the union territories of India on the map by placing the right numbers in the circles. So you have to identify on the map the union territories. So they have given clues with the circles, so we have to place it. Now see on the map the top circles. First one, that is, see the first circle. So it is the capital of two North Indians, that is Punjab and Haryana. So it is Chandigarh. So in the first box circle you can write number 7, that is Chandigarh. Now see the second circle. It is the capital of India now, and it is called the National Capital Territory. So it is New Delhi. So you can write in the second circle number 2, that is Delhi. Now see the left side, that is in the Gujarat. See, it is a former Portuguese colony which was located in the west coast of Gujarat, that is Daman and Diu. So you can write in the first circle, you can write number 5, that is Daman and Diu. Now see the second circle there, that is this former Portuguese colony. It was located exactly on the border between, you can see it is on the border between Gujarat and Maharashtra. So it is Dadra and Nagar Haveli. So you can write in the box number 6, that is Dadra and Nagar Haveli. Now you can see in the left side circle, that is island, that is, it is a group of island which is located in the Arabian Sea. So that is Lakshadweep. So you can write number 4 in the left side circle, Lakshadweep. It is Lakshadweep. Now see the right side circle, that is in Tamil Nadu state. It is a former French colony which is located in South India. So that is Puducherry. It is also called as Pondicherry. So you can write in the right side column, you can write number 3. Now see the last part, that is right side island. So this union territory, it is a group of islands which is located in the Bay of Bengal. So that is Andaman and Nicobar Islands. So you can write in the right side column number 1. So okay children, that's it for today. I think so you have understood name of union territories of India. See now one more information. Until 2019 we had only 7 union territories. So now Ladakh, it is also a region of the Indian administrated state of Jammu and Kashmir, and in August 2019 the Parliament of India passed an act where Ladakh became a union territory on 31st October 2019. So now we have 8 union territories, that is including Ladakh. Now see the portions for your exams will be from lesson 1 to lesson 7. That is lesson number 1, the ocean is my home, aquatic plants, endangered animals, types of winds, sounds of animals, palaces of India, the largest and the highest in India. So 7 lessons there will be there for your exams. So portions for your exam will be from lesson number 1 to lesson number 7. So first one, the ocean is my home, aquatic plants, endangered animals, types of winds, sounds of animals, palaces of India, the largest and the highest in India. So 7 lessons will be there for your exams. Learn all the fill the blanks as well as match the pairs. Also learn the name of the palaces, animals as well as missing letters for the highest in India. So okay children, that's it for today. Thank you and all the best for your exam.